Alright, so tonight we are training hamstrings. I'll be honest, this gym is not my favorite, but I do love training hamstrings here. There's one specific Nordic hamstring curl that I love. So that's what we're doing. Training the dogs. Let's build these boys.
This footage was filmed in the summer of 2025. I always knew I'd repurpose it one day, but I wasn't exactly sure how. Now I see it captured a moment along a much longer road. This series is my chance to tell the full story of how Z3 came to be, starting from the very beginning. And to understand that, we have to go back more than a decade.
I'm very dangerous and well connected. I'm very dangerous and well connected.
This whole journey starts with my first true love, soccer.
He's got one man to beat. He does. He shoots. He's gone! PatBurnz takes the 2-0 lead. Nice pass on the throw.
I grew up in Clifton Forge, Virginia, a small town tucked into the Allegheny Mountains. There were only about 3,000 people, one stoplight, and just about everyone knew everyone else. It wasn't a place people expected big things to come from. But to me, it was home. From as early as I can remember, soccer was everything. It was always on my mind. At school, after school, before every practice, and long after every practice was over. I just wanted to get a little better every single day. I think that obsession with constant improvement started long before Z3 ever existed. By the time I reached high school, I was searching for every possible edge. That's when I started showing up to the football weight rooms before school. The workouts were simple. We squatted, we benched, we power cleaned. Nothing revolutionary, but those mornings built my foundation. Once I could drive, I joined the YMCA. I was there practically every morning that there wasn't a football weight room. I'd go there before school and try anything I could find online. I didn't have a coach handing me a perfect plan. Curiosity became my coach. At first, the weight room was just a tool, a way to get stronger for soccer, and it worked. But at some point, without even realizing it, I stopped showing up for just soccer and started showing up because I loved training. At 14, I had no idea where that path would lead. Those early mornings in the weight room became the first steps toward everything that came after. As I spent more time in the gym, I started to realize I wasn't just chasing better performance on the soccer field. I was really hooked on the process. Every workout raised another question. Why did one lift feel better than another? What actually creates change in the human body? I didn't have a mentor handing me the answers. A lot of it was trial and error, but every mistake taught me something, and every little lesson built on the last. That was the moment I learned one of the most valuable lessons of my life. Both curiosity and consistency compound, and that started shaping everything. Around that time, my curiosity expanded far beyond just lifting weights. I wanted to understand everything that influenced performance and long-term body transformation, movement, nutrition, recovery, supplementation, and psychology. I wanted to know why some people transform their lives while others never seem to make lasting progress. That curiosity followed me into college, where I chose to study psychology. And on paper, that doesn't scream fitness, but for me, it made perfect sense. I wanted to understand how people think, what drives them, what holds them back. I didn't know Z3 would ever exist. I was just following that curiosity one step at a time. The more I learned and the more I trained myself, the more that I realized that fitness was about more than changing a body. It was about changing your life. That strength bleeds into everything. Your confidence, your discipline, your standards, and somewhere in that stretch, my goal shifted. I didn't just want to be a better athlete. I wanted to build something that could help other people long after I was gone. I didn't have the name yet, but I knew it was going to be a pursuit for life. In hindsight, I think that was the first time I realized this wasn't going to be a hobby. I didn't know exactly what it would become, but I knew I wanted to dedicate my life to helping people through fitness. During my freshman year of college, that idea started to take shape. I wasn't thinking about building a massive company. I wasn't thinking about millions of followers or hundreds of thousands of people. I was simply trying to create something that represented what I believed in. In 2014, I created the first Burns Fitness logo. That was the first real step. It wasn't much, just an idea, a name, and a logo. But for me, it made everything feel real. It gave the dream an identity. Around that same time, I made the first Burns Fitness post online. It's funny because almost nobody saw it. There wasn't an audience. There weren't clients lined up. There wasn't a business. There was just a college kid who believed he could build something meaningful if he stayed consistent long enough. I had absolutely no idea where that decision would lead. I just knew I had finally stopped asking myself, what do I want to do? And started asking, what can I build? That question has guided almost every decision I've made since. Burns Fitness finally had a name, but the truth is, there still wasn't much of a business. If I wanted to dedicate my life to fitness, I knew I had to do one thing. I had to learn. Throughout college, I chased every opportunity I could find. I started writing training programs for teammates and people back home in Clifton Forge. Not perfect, and neither was I, but every program made me a better coach. During my junior year, I earned an internship at Coastal Strength and Fitness. 2 mornings a week, before classes, I'd be there at 5:30 in the morning, coaching for free. Eventually, they hired me as a strength coach, making $10 an hour. The paycheck wasn't what mattered. It was the first time someone believed I could do this professionally. Around that same time, I worked at One Life Fitness selling gym memberships and working the front desk. Then I landed my first one-on-one personal training job at Your Time Fitness. For the first time, I wasn't just learning how to coach. I was learning how to communicate, how to earn trust, how to solve problems, how to deliver results.
All right, as you guys know from the training doc, the Z3 training protocol is only 3 strength-based exercises. Maybe 1 or 2 accessories supersetted with the main exercises, but it's a warm-up protocol and 3 strength-based exercises. So that's what we did tonight. We did a Nordic hamstring curl, we did a dumbbell sumo RDL, and then we're finishing with the hip thrust. So Z3.
Each of these opportunities taught me something different, and every lesson prepared me for what was ahead. At the same time, whenever Burns Fitness made a little money, I didn't spend it on myself. I invested it back into the brand. I ordered 75 Burns Fitness shirts. Somehow, every single one sold. So I ordered 25 3/4 sleeve shirts, and then 25 tank tops. Those sold too. I thought I'd figured it out. Then I invested everything into 100 lightweight hooded shirts. I still have about 70 of them sitting in a box under my bed. At the time, it felt like failure. But looking back, it was just another lesson. Building something means getting some things right and getting plenty of things wrong. Both are part of the process. Outside of classes and soccer, I was writing weekly articles for BurnsFit.com, coaching anyone who'd give me a chance, working multiple jobs, and doing everything I could to keep Burns Fitness moving forward. None of it looked impressive from the outside, but I know now that every piece was preparing me for what came next. By the time I graduated, I wasn't just leaving college with a psychology degree. I was leaving with a vision. In 2017, 7 days after graduation, I packed everything I owned into my mom's truck and we drove to Miami. Building Z3, Episode 1, where it all started.